I'm going to be talking about a host, a client, and a server in a network. Let's say you have a computer here 1, computer 2, and computer 3. Okay, might even have computer 4 here, right? Let's say that these computers are connected like this. Okay, so which computer is the host in this network, and which computer is a client, and which computer is a server? Okay, I'll start by defining a host network. So, at what point does a computer become a host? What is a host in a network? A host is simply any device, right? Any device in a network, that has an IP address. Okay, so a host is any device in a network that has an IP address. Perhaps you might say you don't know what an IP address is also. Okay, so an IP address on top of it is simply a unique number that identifies a device or a machine in network. Okay, so it's simply a unique number that identifies a device. If you want to say, you can say a machine or computer in a network. For example, it must look like this. You can say maybe 192.168.0.1. Okay, an IP address will look like that. So what is a host? A host is any device or any computer in a network that has got what? That has an IP address. So for instance, 1 is a host in this case, 2 is also a host, 4 is a host, and 3 is also a what? Is also a host. So then from host, I'm going to define what a server is. So what is a server? A computer. Okay. So what is a server? A server is simply a computer that shares files and resources with other computers network. Okay. A computer that shares resources with other computers, other devices in a network. Okay, so let's say that if computer A is sending a file to computer 2, in that case, computer A becomes the server and computer 2 is going to remain a host. If computer 2 is sending a file to computer 1, it means that at that point, computer 2 is going to be the server and computer 1 is just going to be what? Is going to be a host. So now that we understand what a host is and what a server is, let's understand what a client is in a network. Okay, so let's talk about a client. Okay, so a server is a computer that shares resources with other devices in a network. And what is a client? So a client is simply a computer that receives files from a server. Okay, simply a computer or device that requests. Okay, that requests or receives files from another computer. Okay, a client is a computer that requests or receives files from another computer in a network. Okay, in a network. That is what happens. So if you have 2 computers that are connected, then we have 4 computers that are connected. If file 2 is requesting for a file, if computer 2 is requesting for a file from computer 1, it means that if computer 2 is requesting for a file from computer 1, since computer 1 will be giving the file to computer 2, that means computer 1 becomes the server and computer 2 what? It becomes the client. But all the computers in the network can be called what? Can be called hosts. So at any particular point in the network, a computer can be called a host, and a computer can become a server, or a computer can become a what? Can become a client. So those are the differences between a host, a client, and what? And a server.